Hello all. Hope that you all are fine and enjoying the condition, and hope that you all are in the state of good health too. And today's topic we will discuss is ulcer. Uh, Now, first of all, we will discuss about the term ulcer. That what ulcer means. So, in the chapter 6, slope number 19th and 20th, during the description of that slok, Acharya Madhav have written his commentary on this word, that alsak iti dos sthirattu nimitta sangya. The alsak is dos sthirattu nimitta sangya. When vitiated dos gets localized and becomes stagnant at a fixed place, that condition is known as alsak. And same has been described, almost same has been described in the context of Vilambika too. That we discussed in our last video. And I told you that Bilambika is characterized with pravartate na urdhom adhaschiyase. The complete line was dustam tu bhuktam kaf marutabhyam pravartate na urdhom adhaschiyase. So in that context, there is same reflection almost, that pravartate na urdhom adhaschiyase. It does not move upward or downwards. And that dustam bhuktam, bhojan which bhuktam, the diet which patient have taken, it gets localized in the fixed place. So the same is also seems to be described in the case of ulcer, as per description of Madhav, that it has dos sthirat to nimitta sangha. But later on, Acharya Madhav have taken two lines from somewhere else. Uh, I have not quoted the reference of the two lines, and these two lines I have written in the slide as prayati na urdhom na adhasta. Prayati na urdhom na adhasta. It does not move upward or backward, upward or downward. And second is aharo na vipachite. Second is aharo na vipachite. It does not gets digested properly. And third is amashay alsi bhutas. It gets localized in the amashay. So alsaka is smrita. So alsaka is smrita. Means prayat na urdhom na adhar aharo na vipachyate amashay alsi bhutas ten, so alsaka smrita. These two lines have been mentioned in the context of alsak by Acharya Madhav, and he have not quoted the reference. So I have arranged this slope in three parts uh, to facilitate you, that I have taken first word of last line first, that says the amase alsi bhutas, that that food which have been taken by the patient, it becomes stagnant and gets localized in amasya. That is first thing, it gets somewhere amasya. Amasya, you can just say that amanam annanam ashya, where partially digested foods uh, is present. The part where uh, in taken food remains in the form of partially digested is known as amashaya. You can say नाभि स्तनांतरम जंतु रामाशय इति स्मृता. नाभि और स्तन के बीच which part is lying, the part between navi and astan. नाभि स्तनांतरम जंतु रामाशय इति स्मृता, या अन्ना नाम ama naam anna naam ashya. There are the two things there. So it gets in that part. Either you can say that it is between the epigastric region and umbilical region, where represented by navi astananantram, because bit portion between navi and astan, umbilical region and epigastric region. So in between that, food gets localized somewhere. And Second is prayat na urdhvam adhastat. When it gets localized at that place, then it does not move either upward or downward. And third point is aharu na vipachite, and digestion of that stagnant food does not takes place also. It remains in the condition of partial digestion. So these three features are collectively known as ulcer. The condition where these three conditions coexist is known as ulcer. It should be localized uh, at a place and it does not move in either side, and digestion of that also does not take place is known as ulcer. So there is difference between ulcer and vilambika. Yes. And now the nidan of ulcer. So as we have discussed earlier in the case of vilambika, that Acharya Susrut had quoted that uh, vilambika, Besuchika and ulcer are all are complication of ajir. And what we discussed that ajirnam amam vistabdham vidagdam cha yadirita visuchyals ko tasmat bhave chap vilambika, means amajirn lead to visuchika, vistabdha lead to ulcer, and vidagdha leads to vilambika. These are the complication of, yeah, further you can say that it acts as nidanarthaka roog for these three diseases. So this condition is a nidanarthaka condition. So you can see here that Vistabdha Jeerna leads to ulcer in one contest, whereas in the same contest Ataj Charak have said in Vimanasthan that there are two type of arm dos, and it is due to arm. One is Visuchika and other is ulcer. So you can say that Ajir leads to arm and that causes either Visuchika or ulcer. So on the basis of these two, we can say that arm is causative factor for ulcer. And among six type of ajir we discussed earlier that there are six type of ajir. Among that, Vistabdha Jeerna leads to ulcer. However, Achar Charak in Vimanasthan have stated some specific nidan for vilambika, ulcer. So that is Durbalas Alp Agner Bahuslesh वात मूत्र पुरीश वेग विधारणा स्थिर गुरु बहुल रुक्ष शीत शुष्कान्न सेविनम, means the person who are durbal, weak, either due to excessive work or due to any some kind of disease, that when they becomes weak, and who are weak and also having the state of Agnimant. Either they are weak alone or with Agnimant, or there is Agnimant alone, and have they are those persons who have Sleshmala Bahulya Prakriti. In these three conditions, that persons who are weak, Agnimant with Bahuslesh, and those who suppress the urgency for urge of Vat, Mutra and Purush. They flatus of feces and urine. They suppress the urges of these three. There are Nabegana Dharadiya Dhiman. So it should not be suppressed. But if someone due to any reason suppresses regularly, and third is Sthir Guru Bahul Ruksh Shis Shuskan Sevina. Sthir Guru, which is Sthir means which is having a composition of Jal and Prithvi Bahul composition, and in the same in the contest of Guru, we discussed that there are three types of guru. uh, Guru in matra, guru in subhav, and guru in pak. So, there are three things. Guru reflects itself, bahul excessive in amount, and sheath. And sheath again says two type of character, that it is either cold in sparsh, touching, if you are touching that is too cold, or that has the sheath property, that has that tough, that food material is sheath, and shusk, that are shusk in nature, that are. So intake of such kind of uh, food regularly is considered as a etiological factor for the ulcer. And so now we will discuss about the samprapti of ulcer. And it says that due to regular exposure of nidan, which we discussed in earlier slide, and it says that tadarnupanam, and I have not written here. It is the last. It is mentioned in the last slide that tadarnupanam, that diet causes vitiation of anil puditam shleshma cha. It causes vitiation of vat as well as of shleshma. So both of these those get vitiated by that particular kind of uh, nidan we discussed earlier. At that nidan, along with vitiation of these dose, also causes vibadh margam atimatram, that causes vibadh margam atimatram, means it causes obstruction in the marg of food. That we can say that it was localized in the amashay, what we discussed, that amashay alsi bhut kastain. Since we have discussed it, that it is amashay alsi bhutastain, and amashay refers to amanam annanam ashya. So it causes obstruction in the tract of either amashay. So it, since it causes amashay is also referred as navi astananantram jantur amashay iti smita. Navi astananantram, the space between navi and astan, means that we can take that it is the space between epigastric region and umbilical region. That entire portion of uh, GIT which comes in between navi and astan is known as amasya, since there is partially digested food. So here it is symptom also that it gets alshibut in amasya. So we can say that food causes vitiation of vat and kaph. Along with vitiation and vat and kaph, it causes some kind of obstruction in the tract of the food, or in the coast, that we can say that in the amashay, either in entire region between you can say between epigastric region and umbilical region, it can happen anywhere in between this region. So since that obstruction causes twa annam na vahirmukhi bhavet, that trapped food does not comes outside the body. Vahirmukhi bhavet. Vahirmukhi means it does not comes outside the body. That in either side it does not moves. So in either side, if this does not move, so it does not comes out of that particular area. From if it comes from that particular area, then automatically it comes outside the body. Since we know it, that we have discussed also in some context that आहारश विहारश या श्याद दोष गुणसम धातुर भी विगुणस चापी स्रोतसाम सा प्रदूष का आहारस विहारस या श्याद दोष गुणसम, So those are a similar character. So what they do? Dhatur bhi bigudas chapi. They vitiate dhatu along with those, and as well as vitiation of dosh and dhatu, they also causes srotsam sa pradoska. They causes vitiation of srotas too. So in this contents we can see it that it causes vitiation of vat and shleshma, and also causes obstruction in the in srotas, amashay. So due to that obstruction by dosh, that trapped food does not comes outside the body, outside that place. This is known as ulcer. So if you will see that samprapti ghatak, so in the context of those, you can see directly the first line, Anilam Shleshmadacha. So that those are Vat and Kaf, and those is Amashay Alsibhutastain, which is being Alsibhut An. So those is An. Partially digested An is there. And Srotas is Purishva Srotas, since that we can say that it is the entire part of it is not moving towards Purishasa. So, and Adhisthan is Amashay Alsibhutas. So, Adhisthan is Amashay. And the type of Srotodrishti is Ati Pravitti Sangova, Siranam Granthayo Pivimar Gamnam Chrapi Srot Sam Dusti Lachram. There are four types of Srotodrishti: Ati Pravitti Sangova, Siranam Granthayo Piva Vimar Gamnam. So, you can see since there is Vivadh Margatvat. So, what will cause Vivadh Marg will cause Sang of that food. So since there is Sang type of Srutodrushti, I recalled four type of Srutodrushti by this slope. So out of that four type of Srutodrushti, there is Sang type of Srutodrushti, and there is Agnimant. The status of Agni is Agnimant. So here the first slok, Aharuna Vipachyate. That happens due to only this Agnimant. Aharuna Vipachyate. Amasai Alsi Bhutastin. Then refer the first slok. There are three symptoms, out of which out of these three, one is Agnimant, and out of those three symptoms, one is Aharuna Vipachyate. That is due to this Agnimant. So this is all about Samprapti. And now we will discuss about the symptoms of ulcer. And symptoms as educated by Acharya Madhu Nidan are as कुक्षिर आनहते अत्यर्थम प्रताम्येत पर कुजति निर्धो मारुतश्चयो कुक्षा ऊपर परिधावति वात वर्चो निरोधश्च यस्य अत्यर्थम भवेदपि तस्य आलसकम आचष्टे तृष्णा उद्गारो च यस्य तु. These are the symptoms of ulcer. So we will start from third line, and it will be easy to understand if you start from third line. So since there is obstruction, Vivadh marg, since you can see that there was Vivadh margam atimatra. So Vivadh margam, what will it will lead to? Vat varcho nirodhash. There, that obstruction will lead to retention of flatus and feces. Since there is obstruction, so neither flatus nor feces pass out from that. So that causes vat varcho nirodhash. Yasyatyartham. Too much retention of flatus and feces. This is first symptom. Then move on second line. So what happens? Nirdho martoeschyo kuksha upar pardhavati. Since air is trapped, it does not passes through anus. So what happens? It moves in around the abdomen. And it will move in which part? In amashay. So what he have said that kuksha upar, above in the umbilical region and in the epigastric region. above the hypogastric region, you can say that it moves above the hypogastric region in the umbilical. Either you can take 6 quadrants of abdomen, that it moves in that portion. So initially, first symptom appears that there is retention of flatus and fetus, and that will lead to abnormal movement of trapped flatus in the abdomen. And since there is trapping of air and which is moving in around the uh, uh, 6 quadrant of abdomen, so that causes ana. So we will move to first line. Kukchir ana that causes ana in entire region later on. So there is ana, abdominal distension due to trapping of air. So what causes Kukchir ana pratamit, since it becomes distended, and percugity. And what I think that it here percugity refers to increased vowel sound due to that movement of air that causes some increased degree of peristaltic movement due to obstruction. So that is defined here as percugity. Whereas in the most some of the book you will say that there is percugity means there is some production of voice, just like uh, voice which is originated from throat region. Some have said that it is a kind of wheezing. It is not so, as I think. They may be right, I may be wrong. But here, as I think, since entire pathology is moving in the abdomen region, so percugity is actually increased bowel sound here is. So these are the symptoms. Along with these symptoms, there is Trishna and Udgar. There is polydipsia as well as Udgar, belching, means trapped air comes out via mouth. So these are the symptoms of ulcer. And now finally the last topic is uh, incurable symptoms of ulcer, asadhi lachyan. And again, as per Acharya Madhav, या स्याव दंत ओष्ठ नखो, है ना? What says there is xiao, blackish discoloration of which thing? Dant, ost and nak. है ना? There is blackish discoloration of teeth, lips and nails. And there is alp sangyo, who has lost consciousness, and that was conscious degree of consciousness becomes lesser, and it is decreased consciousness. There is, and vamyardito, there is tendency of severe vomiting. Abhyantar yat netra, which with shrunken eyes, those with a shrunken eye, cham sura, it has a very feeble voice, uttering with feeble voice, trying to speak something, but pitch of and intensity of voice is too low. And there is sarv vimukta sandhi, where looseness of all joints is found. So if these symptoms are found in the patients of ulcer, it shows that it becomes asadhi. या श्याव दंतोष्ठ नको अल्प संज्ञो वम्यर्दितो अभ्यंतर यात्र नेत्र छाम सुरह सर्व विमुक्त संध्यान नरह सो अनुपरागम है. So patient with blackish discoloration of teeth, lips and nails, patient with lesser degree of consciousness, patients with severe vomiting, with shrunken eyes and with uttering with feeble voice, and with looseness of all joints becomes incurable. They are very hard to cure. These are the symptoms of incurable ulcer. Symptoms in which condition it becomes hard to treat. So this is all about ulcer to this topic. And in nutshell, we can say that ulcer is a disease where there is some kind of obstructive lesion due to which food gets trapped at the site of obstruction, and due to trapping it does not get digested, and it mostly gets trapped in the amashe. Since it get trapped, so there is retention of flatus and feces, and that causes adheman and increased bowel sound, and there is polydipsia and belching. So these are the symptoms. So it very clearly indicates that ulcer is a kind of disease where there is some kind or some degree of intestinal obstruction is there, and thus it can be resembled with intestinal obstruction in modern medicine. We will discuss later on in the series of modern diseases, which we will later on we will cover. Until then, hope keep enjoying. Thank you.